Valkyrie's been so much fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying your new characters as well. But what should you do after you've completed your Rise to the Valkyrie event and you're around 1680 plus? As you can see right now, we are personally done with the full pass. We've received, of course, 1680 and as well went all the way even to 1700 on our Valkyrie. It's coming along nicely. We're almost 2000 combat power, but of course there's so much still to change and to do. And that's what today's video is all about, guys. I'm gonna give you guys some tips and things you should probably be doing with your brand new character at 1680, because maybe you have no clue what's going on. Before we get started, I do want to say that I'm assuming that you guys have completed the whole Rise of the Valkyrie event and as well the whole Challenge Express, excluding all of the missions, because of course you can only do them once right now, and then of course the next 2 weeks you can get yourself the other 2 rewards. Alright, so we have this right now. So what is your character gonna look like? It's gonna look something like this. So this is gonna be the basic stuff that your character will be equipped with, which is gonna be a full set. Of course you can see they have full ancient equipped, but that is because of course if you've done hard mode Aegir, you have enough materials to get yourself full armor. Even if you have some extra spare ones, you could maybe even get the weapon, which I personally have on my character. We have full 70 quality. You actually do not have your transcendance done at level 7, which they have done over here, but you'll be at full 5. So of course we're going to talk about that. We're going to have ourselves our full 5-3 set of elixirs, support or DPS, and we have our full set of ancient accessories with 40 quality, and as well of course our 2 stone. We still have ourselves our tier 3 bracelet, and we have ourselves our full set of gems. We actually will have ourselves 8 level sets, but I guess they just didn't do the quest yet. And then the rest, of course, we have LOS 30 from there, and then the horizontal stuff is just based on how much you've done yourself. Okay, so let's start off with the basic things that you should go ahead and change right now. Okay, so first things first, of course, it's time to finish off our transcendence. So I have a few tips for this as well. Go to the solo mode shop first, go to share rewards, click view all, and then scroll down. You'll be able to see that there's going to be dark fires in here and as well behemoth scales. Make sure to buy all of these. In my opinion, just buy everything that's here at the bottom, and then we're going to go over to our transcendence machine, and you're going to go ahead and do as much transcendence as you possibly can. If you're going to run out of some materials, of course, go ahead and do yourself behemoth right here, which is going to be a pretty easy raid. If you've never done it before, don't worry about it too much. Go do behemoth. Try to buy the box at the end, because in my opinion it's always useful to have more behemoth scales. Then of course once you've done and defeated behemoth, you have one of 2 choices. You can go ahead and do yourself Taemine solo mode, or if you know how to do it and just go ahead and complete it, go do Taemine hard mode again for all the materials. Of course I don't know exactly how many you do need for full transcendence, because I do have some materials from earlier events, so I didn't need to do Taemine at all. But your goal is to get full transcendence level 7 on everything week 1. Okay, so now our transcendence is going to be maxed out, preferably 21 flowers, but 20 on everything of course is good as well. Up next we should go ahead and do a little bit of quality tapping. You should have from the event a bunch of free quality tapping. So go to this NPC right here and go click quality and see of course what you can get. So use all the armors, use all the weapon ones, and hopefully get yourself near the 100%. And I would not recommend wasting any gold on just doing the regular tap, because you can see it's 800 gold right here. It's 300 gold per armor. We're gonna just do it for fun one time on the video just to see if we maybe get lucky. But this is just a waste of gold, guys. So just do not do it. Use the free ones that you have. There's some more free ones in the solo mode shop as well once again, so be sure to grab those up, and they're just a one-time purchase, so not more than once in your lifetime. You can see they are here near the bottom, so grab those up as well, and go make sure that your quality is as high as possible. Of course, make sure to double check if you have done and bought every single box of Aegir. Of course, do normal mode if you want to do normal mode, but everyone in this video technically should be at this moment 1680. So in my opinion, if you have not done the raid so far, go do hard mode Aegir. Get yourself your full ancient set, guys. It's so worth it. It's going to give you so much power, because you just want to max out that evolution tree as soon as you possibly can. So focus on doing a hard mode Aegir, buy yourself the box at the end, and it will be very nice. Then up next, of course, it's time to do ourselves a little bit of elixirs. Ooh, so because of course we get ourselves a full 5-3 set, which is pretty decent, but of course you can go for 5-5. So you can see right here I have been doing my elixirs, and I got myself right now currently 4 bis rolls 5-5s already. I'm missing the last one sadly, and I even did the 2 double rolls on here. We got ourselves a bis roll for this, a bis roll for shields, so for later on Kazuros. So yeah, I made sure to do everything already, and this of course going to give you some extra damage. So make sure that you go from the event shops, guys, that will be inside of, I don't know which one it is. Is it Mokoko Bootcamp? Yeah, Mokoko Bootcamp can give you some elixirs. You can of course do yourself as well free elixirs from the solo mode shop, which will be your share reward. It there will be 3 in here as well. You can go ahead and do solo mode or group mode for the Ivory Tower. Of course, Ivory Tower group mode will give more, but it's a lot harder. So if you have no clue what's going on in that raid, definitely just do solo mode. It's not worth the effort, in my opinion. And then why we, of course, did Behemoth and we bought a lot of skills is because if you go to the Epic Raid Exchange, you can exchange your skills for elixirs. I did myself my Behemoth raid before, and I got like 40 elixirs, guys. It's so good to get that going. I don't think there's any way to get more elixirs from here. Bracelet tickets. No, I don't think there's anything in this one. So yeah, just definitely do Behemoth, transfer the skills over that you have left over after Transcendance, and buy yourself elixirs, and then go for those 5/5s, guys. They're so worth it, in my opinion. Okay, so we now have our whole gear set fixed. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories, because we got some for free, but they're not all best in slot, sadly. So here we have, I don't know, by the way, why on it shows that they're 40 quality. Maybe because their base quality is just a bit lower. But here we go, guys. This is going to be the set you're going to get yourself for free. A mid ring, earring, and necklace. So you can see as well, the quality of these things is not that amazing. I made sure on my new character to buy myself the maximum roll, so you can see that we're missing a few thousand strength on every single piece. You can see by the basic effect 12,000, you know, and mine are all near the maximum compared to the ones we get for free. So you're wondering, of course, like how much damage am I actually going to be missing from missing these strength rolls? It's around like 1 to 2% damage, guys. It's actually quite a bit of damage you're just mainly losing from having a low base stat, which kind of sucks. And then, of course, you have to think about that these are all mid rolls. So, of course, you can go to high rolls. They're not that expensive currently. I would say, though, if you're going to go for high rolls weapon power, they're a bit more expensive than high rolls on the attack power for DPSs. So that could be quite annoying. But in my opinion, definitely, it's worth upgrading at least 2 accessories of this 5 bunch. And the ones of that going to be the necklace, going for a either legendary brand power or a legendary outgoing damage roll. It's not too expensive, but it's going to actually give you quite a bit of increase. In my opinion, the earrings are pretty okay. You can keep them if you really want to. You can upgrade them to highs if you want to as well. But keeping these is not that bad, in my opinion. But then we have the ring, guys, and this one is a bit tricky because you get 2 different rings. You get 1 crit damage and 1 crit raid ring. And in my opinion, for most classes, you just want double crit damage rings. So you should definitely replace at least one of these. And if you have extra gold, you can replace both of them and get both 2 legendary crit damage rings instead. Of course, if you're a support, you can keep them because you can see they are both the separate different ones. But for supports, it doesn't matter as much as it does for DPSs. So in my opinion, you can keep them at that as well. So I would definitely recommend at least swapping 1 ring and 1 necklace, and otherwise you can swap both rings and the necklace as well. And the earrings is literally last resort, in my opinion, just because it has the basic weapon power roll as well, which gives you a little bit extra damage. Accessories are sorted right now. We have ourselves our stone, and you can see we do end up with a basic tier 3 stone. And if you see this right here, we can actually upgrade the stone to a tier 4 instead, which is very nice. So if you're using yourself a stone that is tier 3, you can go ahead and make it tier 4 if you have yourself enough transcendent power, and as well 100k silver. So if you just do this, boom, it's now upgraded to a tier 4. So definitely do that, get yourself a little bit extra HP. It's just definitely worth it. So all this right now is done. We're going over to the bracelet. The bracelet, guys, is going to be one of the most hidden pieces of gear that's going to give you literally unlimited combat power, and it's going to give you so much strength. It's crazy. Like the one I have on my bard, for example, gives me 800 combat power. That is crazy. That's like literally a 30% increase if I would have that on this character. So bracelets are a little bit annoying because of 2 reasons. They require fions, they're expensive, and they're giga RNG. So these 3 factors, of course, make it a very annoying system. The first tip I have for everyone is make sure that if you're doing Paradise and you're doing your hell keys, if you get a bracelet chest of a 1680 key, just get the bracelet chest. I know it seems like a troll thing to do. I know it seems like it, but in my opinion, with the amount of gold it can save you from your bracelets, it is going to be crazy. The ones I have right now are all literally from Paradise. I didn't buy these from the markets. I have bought like probably over almost 1 million gold worth of bracelets from the markets, and I got 0 good rolls. So literally, if I had to go for this bracelet on my own, I probably would have spent 1 million gold, and that would literally be such a waste of money. Of course, I'm trying to go go for a good bracelet, but for the people that want like a basic decent bracelet, it's going to be expensive regardless, so just pick it from the paradise if you get it. If you do want to buy a bracelet, of course, I would always recommend, if you're rolling a few of them, go for a little bit lower stats. I know the main stat sounds good, but it's better to go for a little bit lower and be able to buy a few more. Like you can see, these are around the 50k mark, even still, guys. But you can see if you go to like 100, you're suddenly like doubling the price. And in my opinion, for 10 to 20 main stat, that's not really worth it, in my opinion. So go for these. And as well, if you have a lot of bracelet materials, you can even go for a tier 3 bracelet instead, and you can just minus 20 off the stats, because you get automatically 20 stats for free for if you upgrade your bracelet. And you can see that actually they're not even available. Let's see. Am I doing something wrong? No, not really. So I guess there's just none on the market currently. that's kind of funny. But yeah, like there could be other bracelets where you can buy, and they're normally a little bit cheaper than the ancient ones, and then you can just of course upgrade your bracelets in here in this menu instead. Okay, we fixed the bracelets. Now onto the gems. So of course from the game we got ourselves 8 level 7 gems, and this in my opinion is totally enough. But if you do want to buy 1 or 2 extra gems, I would say that if you have something like Final Splendor, which is like a big portion of your damage, like this is like 50% damage, you can always go for 1 level 10 tier 3 gem, because if you get yourself one of these right here, these are actually going to be very, very, very good for your character. And the reason for that is it's 40% damage. This is equal to a level 9 tier 4 gem, which is kind of crazy, but it doesn't have the basic attack power buff. You can see at the bottom 1.2%, for example, for level 10. You do not have this on this one, but because the 4% difference between a 8 and a 9 is that much, that it's actually worth it to have a level 10 gem if the skill does above, I think it's 25 or 20% of your damage. So if you know that the skill does that much, you can buy one of these gems and put it on there. So like for example on the Valkyrie spell, it is definitely worth putting in a level 10 tier 3 gem to do a bit extra damage, and that could be a good upgrade. Of course, we do have ourselves the free LOS card set, and there's a lot of other card sets. There's sadly no real way to speed this up. You can of course do a lot of raids, do a lot of alt raids, but everything is just total RNG. You can spend money in that 4 shop on card packs if you want to, but yeah, if you're a new player, this is still not really going to speed things up too much. Besides the build as well, make sure that your build is up to date. Make sure to double check all the places where you can find builds, Lost Ark Nexus, or Loa, or Uo. You know, there's so many places that you can check builds. Make sure that your build is correct before you head in there. And then as well, make sure that you have every single rune. If you do not have a rune and you're missing one, go grind it. It's super duper worth it. Alright, we're almost done, guys. The last things, of course, we can do is making sure that we have as many engravings as possible. In my opinion, buying yourself Staby Status Relic, guys, is so cheap. It's such a good engraving. This one easily replaces Cursed Doll and Hitmaster, guys. These two are the exact same damage, and this upgrade costs you like nothing. Like, because if you right now would go ahead and search stabilized status, let's see how much it is right now for full book. So stabilized status is going to be 9,000 a book. So literally for 200,000 gold you gain 3% damage, which is absolutely crazy. This book is so overlooked, especially with the orb from paradise, which personally like constantly keeps on healing you. It is amazingly good, guys. Definitely, if you do not run stable status and you're running like a basic Headmaster, a basic Cursed Doll, please just replace it for stable status. It will get a little bit of getting used to, guys, to use that engraving, but it's so good, especially for the price. Ether Predator, of course, can be used if you want to, but I wouldn't really recommend it unless it's like a raid you have a lot of difficulty with. Then, of course, you have yourself your evolution and alignment tree and your leap tree. And that, of course, is a little bit up to how much you have. So there is a bit of an issue with, of course, unlocking yourself enough karma. So if you do yourself your belt shots on normal or hard mode, depending what you're going to do, you can unlock karma for leap and alignment. So if you're going to go ahead and use some for leap, always do 1 level in leap first with a ancient bracelet. You can unlock yourself your 1st and 2nd level of celestial blade, which is very nice, of course, or whatever spell there's here. Then of course you can go ahead and get yourself level 3 in karma if you have every single potion. If you do not have every single alignment potion, go watch my guide on my channel, and if you have every single level of that, you can see you can get yourself level 3. And one side note, of course, we're going to get level 6 later on for our 2nd side note, but we are not prioritizing this right now because we're now prioritizing the leap tree to level 6 first. So you did get yourself some free karma bottles from one of your rewards, which was in here like a few weeks ago. And if you didn't get that, that is what it is. As well, of course, from the Rise of the Valkyrie event, we get ourselves more bottles here. And if you did do Mortem as well, and you do not want to go ahead and do some advanced honing just yet, you can go over to the Kazuro's Raid Exchange and you can exchange yourself some of these Thunder Globes to karma as well. So that's very, very nice. You did get yourself a few free as well from the event once again, but it's not going to be too many. But I personally would recommend, if you do have the materials left over, just to go ahead and advance hone your weapon to 40 as soon as possible. I did to 30 already. I am 9 off 40, and I'm pretty sure that if I do this next week, then I get myself 40 weapon and I still finish off my leap karma as well. But make sure to double check everything for what you have in materials, because what I have personally and what you have can be different as well. But I'm personally rushing, for example, karma to 6 first, and then we're going to finish off the alignment tree to 6 as well. But yeah, I think, to be honest, that should be most of the things you can go, of course, right now do to your character to increase it as much as possible. One last thing, of course, is make sure that you have yourself a full skin set. Every piece of skin gives you a little bit of extra strength bonus. You can see 1%, 1%, 1% if these would be the epic tier. And if you get yourself your full legendary set, of course, you get 2% in every slot, which is nice. And yeah, that's technically it. Everything you can do for now on your character. So that's, I still think, a lot for you guys to improve and get on there. And then, of course, it's just on to honing, getting as much done as you possibly can. In my opinion, rushing 1700 and then going for that advanced honing 40 weapon, and even like armor is not even too bad either. And then you should be ending up at 1720 plus. So I'll say, guys, to be honest, that's gonna wrap it up for me. If you guys did enjoy, I would highly appreciate a like and a comment down below. Of course, enjoy your new character. I've been having a blast with Valkyrie, and I'll see you guys, of course, again soon for another video. Take care.